Hi, this is Mr. T's Art Club and it is now lesson 12. So in lesson 12 we're going to be needing a pen, you're going to be needing a piece of paper, or well, an envelope actually, use an envelope, recycling, very good. And you're also going to need a mirror. It doesn't have to be a flamingo one like the one I've got, but just a little mirror should do. And that's going to be handy because we're going to be drawing our eyes. What else do I need to say? So this is accessible for everyone. Last week was painting, which not everyone will have. So drawing, everyone's got a pen and everyone should have an envelope. Just make sure it's not one that's important. Okay, brilliant. So it's going to be great to see everybody's eyes. So rather than like in the first lesson, we did the entire face, we're just going to focus on just drawing the eyes, but you will need a mirror because you're going to be drawing your own eyes. Unless you find a photograph of somebody or yourself and you work from that. Now I'm going to use a pen, and the reason I'm using a pen is because I hate having to rub stuff out. So I'm going to start by just putting in the basic shapes of my eyes, or maybe like some guidelines. If your pen's not working, just scribble it on the side. Now I love doodling, and I think envelopes are some of the best things to doodle onto. Now the width of the eye there needs to be similar to the width in the middle, so I'm going to put my two eyes along this bottom part here. So that's just like a little quick guideline. So I'm going to have the centre of my eyes with the pupil, there's the centre, and that needs to be in line with the other side as well. Now you can, if you want to, use a pencil. You could even use colours if you wanted to. I'm going to show you an example of a project that a whole group of students or people did, where they actually painted the eyes on bits of wood. Miss Brown found it and gave me the inspiration for doing this with this project. So I'm just drawing the basic shapes in. Always looking at the mirror whilst I'm doing this. And the other thing, I've actually just raised the eye, but that's okay, that's alright. The other thing I'm going to put in my glasses, which makes it a little bit different. So I'm just going to put those marks in. So I'm just putting, rather than thinking about shade or tone to start off with, I'm literally just putting in all the guidelines that I'm going to need. Because I'm using a biro, I cannot rub out. So again, like I did with the first project, first lesson, I'm putting in the guidelines, the shapes, the eyes. Have you noticed that the eye goes around like this? Let me just show you what the eye doesn't look like. So the eye is not like this with a floating pupil. It is not completely round. Well, it is, but you've got the eyelids over the top. So that's not right, that's not right. It's not just a straight rugby shape. It kind of goes in at the sides there, more like a lemon. Okay, and then the pupil in the centre actually touches the sides. Actually, no, it doesn't always touch the sides. It depends if the eyelids are lower. And some people have got wider eyes where the white of the eye shows up there. Mine don't. I've got quite narrow eyes. So the iris there kind of touches the edge of the eyelid. So I was just in the middle of putting in my glasses like this. And the reason I'm doing it on an envelope is that I like the patterns that we see on envelopes. You can see there's like a luminous barcode here. Got a barcode up there. And private and confidential. I like that idea of that. There's something quite mysterious about just the eyes. What did they say the eyes are? A window to your soul. Okay, so I've got basic shapes in. I am going to put my eyebrow in there, just a scribble. Oh, I can actually go over that part there. I didn't think I'd be able to drawer on there, so that's quite handy. And then there's my wild hair that's going on at the moment, but I might not put much of that in. Okay, so once I've got the basic shapes in, now I'm needing to start to think about the tone. Now, with a biro, the best way to add tone is cross-hatching or hatching. So where it's light, you leave it white. So on the edge of the side here, it's quite light, and around my eye there. But you could go straight in and start doing darker marks. So cross-hatching right underneath here. So I'm just going to put some hatching in just there. So hatching is just one line. Cross-hatching is where you do another line over the top, like that. And you could carry on if you want to make it look darker. Here's the example that I was talking about. They used paint as well as pencil and charcoal. So I'm going to speed it up here. You can see I'm building up lots of layers and layers of pen and biro, cross-hatching, hatching, scribbles. So just watch this, pick up some tips and enjoy. There you have it, my eyes on an envelope. Notice how I've left a few parts white. I've done a lot of scribbling as well as cross-hatching. I could have carried on with this, I could have done more, but I decided to stop there. Maybe, I'm looking at it now, maybe I should make the hair a bit darker at the top there. In fact, yeah, I'm going to do that now. So I'll show you a picture of what it looks like at the end. So send me your pictures. show me what you create and show me your eyes. I'd love to see them and have fun most of all. Maybe you could add a bit of colour. Maybe you could do it in a blue pen or do the whole thing in colours. I'll show you the example that Miss Brown showed me as well. Alright, Brill, thanks for watching.